Welcome to our VITA Awareness Day story collection and interview. My name is Justin Chu, Senior Program Associate for the Field Engagement Team here at Prosperity Now. Today, I'm joined by two guests, Gezche Graves, Program Manager at United Way of Bay Area, and her husband, Magesh, Jayapandian. Thank you both for joining. Really excited to have you both on.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Happy to be here.
Awesome. Let's talk a little bit about, Gezche, how the program's changed during the pandemic.
Certainly locally here in the Bay Area, many of our sites are operating for the most part remotely. We do have a select few sites that are open in person, either for very limited in-person drop-off or limited in-person actual services, but for the most part drop-off, and then volunteers or staff may be working on those tax returns remotely. There are various ways that people are being helped remotely, whether that is via Zoom or via this project that we have running called getyourrefund.org in partnership with Code for America, where taxpayers are actually doing their online intake for VITA through the website and being helped remotely by one of our VITA team members. So lots that has certainly changed operation-wise for this particular season. And certainly there have been lots of tax law changes that volunteers are helping taxpayers to navigate through.
Yeah, there's a ton happening, and every filing season, as I know, is a little different. I've been working in VITA for 5 years, and no season ever feels the same. Speaking of, there is a great story behind how the two of you met. I would love to hear a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we have actually been volunteering for now 11 years in the VITA program. And we met actually a few years into volunteering. Magesh just happened to be a volunteer at one of the sites I was running. And we just got to know each other really well over the course of the next few years, started dating, and we ended up getting married just a couple years ago. So one of the reasons why I really like VITA is because you really get to engage with fellow community members like my husband that are really just equally as passionate about the work that we're doing in the community to help others in the community navigate their tax returns, which are oftentimes complicated and overwhelming to many. So we get to help people through that process, and I really enjoy the work because I can't really think of any other opportunity where you get to help someone get back hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dollars back in this program. So we met through this common interest that we had in volunteering.
Yeah, it's really great to be working with a lot of people. You get to know them because they keep coming back year after year. With Gezche, it's been every year for the past 11 years now. And although we were fellow volunteers initially, we started hanging out more outside of VITA. I would say 4 or 5 years ago, it started dating, and we're married now. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's a great story. It's definitely the first I've heard of it, but if you are interested in finding love, why not try VITA, I guess. Why don't I, before I let you go, I think I've asked everyone who's doing these stories, why VITA, right? Why should people choose VITA? Why should people volunteer for VITA? I'll let you guys both answer.
There's lots of great ways to volunteer for sure. And they're all very helpful, but I think what sets VITA apart is just the fact that you're working on such a large endeavor with a lot of great teammates towards something that's really helpful for the community. And not only that, but I think there's also something that I find intellectually stimulating about VITA. As an engineer, I like working on complex problems and really getting into the nuts and bolts of things, and I really found that in VITA as well. You get to meet a lot of people, and I think especially here in California, one of the ways in which VITA helps is that California provides a lot of credits to people who've earned them, like the earned tax credit for California, the young child tax credit, the Golden State stimulus. So in addition to VITA being such a great program, it's especially powerful in the community that we're in. And that's something that we find very rewarding to be able to do.
And just to add to that, I would say, it really is important that the service that we are providing is free to our taxpayers. That, there have been so many challenges this past year, and many of our taxpayers may be unemployed still, or may have experienced reduced hours. And just the fact that the service is free itself, I think, is very important for community members, that they're able to access free tax help and preparation of their tax returns, and having someone there to help navigate them through that process, through the new credits, through all the tax law changes that are still happening just this past weekend, right? So certainly I think that is one of the main reasons why this service is important, is we are helping people navigate that complicated process. And I really can't think of any other volunteer opportunity where you're helping someone get hundreds or even thousands of dollars back sometimes due to credits that some may not realize that they actually qualify for: education credits, the earned income tax credit. So many reasons why this program is certainly important.
Yeah, I think that's a great place to think about. With the law, it's always changing, and VITA is still going to be here. VITA's been around for almost 50 years, and we're just a small chunk of it. So I thank both of you guys for just taking a few minutes of your day to really share that and really showcase how VITA is important. And if you or anyone else wants to jump into the conversation, use hashtag VITAWorks or hashtag VITA Awareness Day for VITA Awareness Day coming up March 17th or throughout the year. And I will catch you in the next interview. Bye-bye.